Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to first start by thanking you for wishing me well after I had my accident, and thank you for all the love to all these special people. Speaking of love, I reviewed the Natasha Denona Love palette for you guys, and as you guys know, I've been extending the Star Wars giveaway till the end of the month, and I bought two Natasha Denona Love palettes, one for me, one for giveaway. But when I swatched it, I realized that not only was mine defective, I actually picked up another batch from somewhere else, but the other batch was also defective as far as it being super patchy. And so because they were not in good condition, I didn't want to include that in the giveaway anymore, and I will list the batches that I tried, and some of you have already commented to get a different batch, but I realize it's not just a batch issue. I think it's a problem across the board with some individual palettes just being very patchy in the shade Heartbeat, which really should be called Heartbreak. So for that reason, I'm giving away the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette next month, as you guys have voted. For this month, we still have the Star Wars giveaway. In a few days that's going to be announced, so make sure that you're subscribed for giveaways going forward. So moving back on to these batch issues with Natasha Denona, after I realized that both of my palettes were having an issue with that one particular shade, as many of you suggested, that I take these back to Sephora and ask for a refund, and unfortunately my return was denied because I don't know if you guys have experienced this or not. So Sephora has been constantly changing their return policy, and also they've teamed up with a company in Irvine called the Retail Equation that it flags returns that they deem to be too excessive. Now there's no number as far as like how much is too excessive. So you probably think this girl has returned, I don't know, $1,000 of product. No, I only had 3 returns this entire year, and they were each under $50. And it's funny because this also happens a lot to customers at Best Buy. They've complained that when they've tried to return more than one item in a calendar year, the system flagged them because either the dollar amount was too high, or who knows really what the policy is. I mean, it's not something that's disclosed. Best Buy's retail equation might be very much different from Sephora's, and from reading on the blogs and even the beauty community, there's been a lot of complaints that since 2018 there's been a number of people that were VIB Rouges like myself, that out of nowhere they couldn't return a product for no reason explained. The managers can't override it, and basically you have to wait a year. So this is really concerning because they're always encouraging us to try testers, and testers can be very dirty, and a lot of people can get infections from it. And especially now with the coronavirus outbreak, I highly discourage anyone from touching those testers because you're putting something directly either on your eye or your skin, and it's just filth. So this is an example of some testers at my local Sephora. They just look absolutely filthy, and it looks like people have dug their nails into them. Not that that's the major issue. The issue is that who knows what kind of like bacteria, viruses may be living in there. You know, viruses can live on surfaces for 7 days. Now this is Ulta comparing to Sephora. Look how clean their products are, and it's really just such a shame for a company that, you know, is apparently going to open up about 150 or more stores this year, and they've just announced they have like made so much money. It's a shame that they're using these practices to make that kind of money by telling people, no, sorry, you know what, you've made like 3 returns this year that are under $50, but you know, we don't know why don't you go call TRE, and TRE will tell you that it's not a number that they've come up with. It's a number that Sephora has told them to flag customers for a certain number. The number is not revealed to me or anyone else. Now, in the case of the guy who had a broken laptop, he said that he just wrote to the TRE, waited for another 4 weeks, had them explain the situation, provided all of his receipts, went through a lot of hoops basically just to get his money back. And you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, take it as a hit. Whatever I bought, 2 extra pallets that are non-functional. One was supposed to be for a giveaway anyway, so I'm just not going to bother with them anymore. I'm not going to buy from them. And just like a lot of customers that are banning this practice, just buying directly from manufacturers. And I do end up keeping 95% of my products, but at least I know if something is damaged or broken, then I don't have to worry and stress about whether I'm just going to have to be eating the cost for it because they decided to change their policy. And on that note of changing their policy, if you guys look at their receipts from last year compared to this year, they went from having the description of the return policy from 60 days to 30 days. And now there's nothing at the back of the receipt. It's basically a blank behind the receipt. And so many customers have been angry at how quickly Sephora has been changing their policy. They used to have an unlimited policy, and now they're just like 30 days, and they can ban you at any time for whatever reason. And so I'm not saying this was all their fault. It looks like some customers were angry and decided to retaliate and return thousands and thousands of dollars, as you can see from this website. Unfortunately, now they have just taken it to another extreme where they are just banning people out of the blue for returns for whatever reason without providing a number or even warning customers ahead of time. Even if that's not an issue, you have some other people that are also commenting on how they've gone to Sephora, tried to do a return, and experienced some moodiness and some bad attitudes from the customer service people in general, trying to discourage people from doing returns overall. So I just feel not really good about this. I feel like the reward system is bad. Everything about them is just going downhill, and I would really try and avoid shopping from them as much as possible, especially this year with the virus outbreak and all those other issues that we've been Another crazy thing that happened to me is that, for example, they'll forget to email me a receipt and say, oh, no worries, let me just return that and rebuy it, and then make sure you get your printed email receipt. Don't agree to that, because that also counts as a return against you when they rebuy and repurchase. So exposed to. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Are you guys still going to be shopping with them, knowing that out of the blue you could be banned from doing a return for like 60 days or a year? Or are you still going to continue shopping with them? Will you still be trying out their samples and just relying on what's in the store to be the best description of the product? Or are you just going to taking that risk? If you get a few broken pallets, what are you going to do? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again next time. Thank you.